What's up YouTube, it's your boy Cayenne and this is my channel, Keep It Slow Silly. And what we're talking about today you probably already know because you read the title before you click on the video. Today we're talking about something very important. If you're a new driver, you'll definitely want to watch this. If you've already been driving for a while, you may learn a few tips, or you may actually be able to tell me and the other people watching this video a few tips by leaving a comment down below. But today, let's get to it. We're going to talk about how to stay awake during a night shift of driving. So most of you guys who have been driving pretty much know if you want to meet a deadline, or if you're just trying to get a certain amount of miles covered, you want to drive for 11 hours, which is the maximum amount of time that you can drive, 11 hours on a shift. So if you're driving the nighttime, it may be a little hard for you to stay awake. If you're a new driver, it definitely will be a kind of a schedule change unless you're already used to just staying up late. But I'm making this video because I recall myself on my first day driving, and it was actually a night shift, and I had to stop driving to take a nap on the side of the road. And I realized when I watched my trainer who trained me to drive, he never took a nap on the side of the road to go, to drive to finish his shift. And it's fine if you got to do that. There's plenty of drivers that do stop at a truck stop or a rest stop, take a quick nap, and then they get back to finishing their trip. But like I said, if you're on a schedule or you're trying to get there by a certain time, then taking a nap is gonna in turn cause you to be a little behind schedule. So I figured I'll just make a quick video for mainly the new guys, just so they can learn how to help themselves stay awake during the night shift. So the first thing first, guys, is pretty simple. All you gotta do is make sure you guys get a good night's sleep. Your body's not gonna function to its full capability if it's not at its full power. You gotta get some rest. Your body stays up during the day and you're expelling your energy. Even if you're not doing much, even if you're just watching TV all day, have you ever felt like you kind of want to take a nap still? So basically, when you guys go to sleep, your body's going to recoup from the day's strain, right? So you guys got to go ahead and get a full night's sleep. You need to have at least 8 hours of sleep every night. If you're a truck driver, you should know there's a 10-hour time span where you need to be either in a break mode, sleeper break. So you might as well go ahead and spend 8 hours sleeping anyway, because you have 10 hours in between your next shift driving on the clock. So get a good night's sleep, and when you wake up the very next day, what you want to do is also make sure that you drink coffee. That's tip number 2. Coffee or some kind of stimulant is going to help you stay awake. I actually wasn't a coffee person myself until I got this job. I've only drank coffee once, and that was in college. I was studying and trying to do homework, so it kind of helped me stay awake. But when I got this job, I figured out like coffee is made to help me stay up, so I might as well drink it. Now, I don't put cream or sugar in my coffee. I drink it black. It's also very healthy for you that way. It's good for your heart that way. And the sugar doesn't cause you to crash. If there's no sugar in my coffee, I can't crash. So that's also the reasons why I don't put that stuff in there. And the last reason why I don't put sugar or cream in there is because the coffee I drink doesn't taste good. It has a bitter taste. So just the bitter taste alone kind of helps me stay up. Like I'm not sipping the mocha latte or something to cause myself to, eat a good meal or whatever. I'm drinking it to help me stay awake. So that's the first 2 things there. You want to sleep good. You want to drink coffee or some kind of beverage to help you stay awake. I don't recommend Red Bull. I personally don't drink. If you drink a cup of coffee without, sugar or creamer, that's definitely a healthy way to go. The next thing that you want to do, now during your shift, you guys are going to take a break at some point of driving that 11-hour shift. Within the first 8 hours, you're going to have to take a 30-minute break. I say push that 30-minute break to at least 45 minutes, maybe longer, depending on how, your schedule and where you gotta be and when you have to be there. You wanna go ahead and take at least a 45-minute break. And if you feel like you need to take a nap, definitely take a nap. I've done that maybe once. What I do on my 30-minute breaks, I try to grab a meal, and every time I stop the truck, I make sure I do a set of push-ups. I try to do at least 100 a day, so that's like 30 each time I stop. So that's 90, like 30 when I start my shift. When I take a 30-minute break, I do another 30. Then before I end my shift that day, I do another 30. Doing those push-ups in my break time helps me get a blood rush. It keeps my heart beating where I won't be sleepy as much. So that's a good tip. The fourth and very important thing to do, never look at one part of the road for too long. You will get road hypnosis. And basically what that is if you're staying at the road, if you guys realize, even if you don't drive a truck, if you're driving on the highway, right, and you're looking at one lane or one point too long, you kind of doze off, like you kind of like just space out. So what you want to do to help yourself stay awake is you want to look at all your mirrors. You want to look at the mirrors on the side of your truck, on the hood of your truck. You want to look pretty much everywhere, but just don't look in one spot, because that will cause you to get a little bit sleepy, cause you to space out, and you definitely don't want to space out when driving the truck. Now, the last tip I got on how to stay awake when you're driving a long night shift is pretty much just chew gum. Either chew gum or eat some kind of a fruit. Apples, for example. If you have an orange, that's even better. But those fruits will help you stay awake because it gives you the good sugar that keeps you awake. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's 5 simple tips on tricks on how to stay awake during a night shift. Like I said before, you guys want to make sure that you sleep good, drink your caffeine, do some kind of a push-up or some kind of exercise when you're taking a break, or just take a nap. And you want to make sure that you guys don't look in one place too long. That will cause road hypnosis and you'll just start spacing out. And you want to make sure you keep your mouth busy, because it'll keep you up. You can't fall asleep if you're chewing. So here's another part of the video. I want to tell you guys a little don'ts, like don't do this. So don't drink caffeine at the end of your shift, because then you'll have a problem falling asleep. And if you don't sleep, then you won't be fully rested to start your next day driving. You also should not stay up late. That's very important. Do not stay up late. And you want to make yourself comfortable so you can fall asleep faster. If you like to sleep with, the AC turned up, turn the AC all the way up. If you like it turned all the way down, turn it all the way down. If whatever you got to do, definitely do it to help you fall asleep. My last tip is melatonin. If you guys are having a hard time falling asleep, get melatonin. Melatonin is already a natural chemical that is processed in your brain. It helps you fall asleep. So, just take it. It's not like it's cough syrup or anything. You'll wake up and you won't feel drowsy. You won't, take a long time to fall asleep. Just take it maybe half an hour before it's time to actually fall asleep, so then you can fall asleep on time. Funny story is, I was having problems falling asleep on my I forgot, it was my third driver. First I had a trainer, I had one co-driver, he quit the job. I got a second driver and I was driving with him. By the second driver, I was already having a hard time falling asleep. And then I was in California and I already hadn't slept for like 2 days. So the third day I was like, listen, I know I can't make it 3 days without sleeping good, especially driving 11-hour shifts. So we happened to stop by a 99-cent store, and I went to the store and I saw they had melatonin. I bought it, I took it, and I've been sleeping like a baby ever since. I don't take it every day. I just take it on the days where I just know I'm having a hard time falling asleep. I'll just take it on those days. So that's it. I'm not going to make the video too long, guys. But if you did like it, go ahead and drop a like. If you disliked it, drop a dislike. If you're driving and you have more experience, and we'll love to know from you too, so just leave a comment. If you got anything else to say, I'll be reading it and I will reply. So talk to me, guys, because I do talk back. And thanks for watching. Have a good day. Be slow.